What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis, and it's reflected in their actions, it's reflected in the products that they use, it's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack, they're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels, because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Make sure I can scoop my chair up a little bit. What's happening, friends and family? Dropping stuff. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feel? Is everybody cool? Everybody chill? Everybody street? What's going on? What's happening? I see y'all ready for another show. I'm going to try to make this one quicker than I usually do Friday shows. My shows usually go to like 3 hours. My Millionaire Morning Show usually be like 3 hours. I'm going to try to tamp it down to like 2 if I don't get derailed. What up? What up, Aaliyah? I'm going to try to tamp it down to like 2 if I don't get derailed, because I got to go and catch a flight. So I got to go take care of business. I got to get on top of things. What's up with women, man? What's up with women, bro? I don't understand them. I sometimes I think I understand them, like I know them like the back of my hand, and then other times I'll be like, these creatures are never to be messed with. Women are the most complicated creatures on the face of the earth. I kid you not. To all of the fellas out there, yes, this is how I'm starting the show. To all of the guys out there, let me tell you something. Women, you want me to tell you how complicated women are? Women are so complicated that you could be doing okay, but then guys make it more complicated because they don't even know how to handle their emotions when it comes to the women. This is what we doing, K Cooper. This is what we doing. Listen, when I first start my show, the first thing that come to my mind is the first thing that we gonna talk about, honestly. Majestic James says, Con Dog, you got to get me married, my brother. Do you want that? Is that what you want? Oh my gosh. Women are complicated. Let me tell you about women. This is the thing that I've learned in my 43 years about women, is that there's going to be high highs and crash outs. That's what women are. Women are high highs and crash outs. Never let women get too close, because then when they get emotionally involved, it's going to be crash outs. That's all it is. So you as a guy, you just got to stay like this the whole time. Stay like this the whole time, because the minute that you get too emotionally involved, You might as well learn how to drift. You're gonna have to learn how to drift. And see, like for example, K. Cooper saying, "Crash out and all." Nope, I don't believe you. Every single woman is stable until they not. I don't believe any woman when they say, "No, I'm one of the good ones." No, you, all of you are all of you are toxic. We just haven't revealed it yet. Even if you believe that, like even if they truly believe it in their heart, it only take one type of person or one type of guy to unlock the toxicity in them, and then it's downhill from there, and you'll never get back. Once you once you unlock that toxicity, you never get back. You'll never get back. And they'll say the wildest things. They'll do anything for attention. They do it all, bro. They do it all. What's the over under on AD getting derailed today? 15, 25 minutes. Nah, nah. The derailments that I do when I'm talking about specific subjects, that's just me clowning around and getting, you know what I'm saying, all of that. The derailment that you probably betting on is me getting derailed from somebody in the audience saying something stupid and then me going off on them. I don't have the capacity for that today. Not because I'm not interested in crashing out on people. I love it. One of the best parts of the show, of the Millionaire Morning Show, is me talking about somebody jerking off in their socks or something like that, right? But I don't have the capacity today because I got to go catch a flight. Yes. I got to go head to Vegas. And by the way, Vegas in August is the worst time to go. One of the things that they don't tell you and that we're not having a conversation about, right? For example, because they saying, "Oh my God, tourism is down in Vegas and all of that type of stuff." The summertime, look, I done been around this country. I done been around a lot of places. I didn't travel. I'm on a plane probably 20 out of the, like I'm in a different place 20 out of the 30 days of every single month. I'm in a different place. I'm in a hotel room. I live in hotel rooms. I know what I'm talking about. Vegas is the summertime is the worst time to go to Vegas. Why is the summertime the worst time to go to Vegas? Because it is 118 degrees outside. Because it is 118 degrees outside. When you go to Vegas in the summertime, it is crazy. It is insane. Real talk. And so the worst time to go to Vegas and everybody is out of school and stuff is June, July, August. June, July, August is the worst time to go to Vegas. The best time to go to Vegas is spring and fall. All right. It's the April, May's. It's the October. I used to go to Vegas in November. Slapping. Slapping. But that 110 degrees, nah, it's not smack. It's not smacking like that. Vegas in November, October, November. That's usually my time to shine. I'm Vegas bound. I love Biloxi. Biloxi, I haven't been to Biloxi in a while, so I'm looking to get to Biloxi. I honestly, I just need like a reset. Not even like flying to a place to take care of some business. I need to fly to a place, still do my live stream, still take care of whatever it is that I got to take care of, and then reset because I'm telling you, people are trying to drive me crazy. People are trying to drive me crazy, and you know who you are. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's plan some trips, y'all. While we waiting on everybody else to get in here, let's plan some trips. So we got CES. I gotta go to Vegas. I gotta come back to Vegas probably in January because of CES. When is CES 2026? The exact dates. What? What is it? Where? Let me see. Where? Looks like a grasshopper. It's a grasshopper. That's just a grasshopper. Oh, that was so funny. For those of you that may not be familiar with what's happening right now, Rita comes downstairs in order to get her some breakfast or something to eat. Just got all of the deck furniture and stuff out there. She looks outside because the door is open. I wish I could show it to y'all, but Rita got her booty out right now. And it was a grasshopper that was over there. She's like, "Oh my God, have you seen that?" Women will spend $20,000 getting everything enclosed just because they seen a grasshopper outside. A grasshopper, fam. She called me all the way over there because it was a grasshopper. It's a grasshopper. You seen it hopped away? I don't know. What time is the flight? Huh? No, the flight is not 4 o'clock. It's not 4 o'clock. It's 4 something. 4:30 is different than 4. What's boarding time? 3 what? 50? Boarding time is not 3:30 for a 4:30 flight. My suitcase is right upstairs. It's gonna take me 5 minutes to pack my suitcase. You packed my suitcase? Finally did your job. The boarding time is 3:54. Departure time is 4:34. Boarding is usually 40 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior to the gate closing so that they can take off. I don't know, 2 something, 3 something. It's further away from the airport out here than it is downtown. So it's probably going to take, it's Friday. It's probably only going to take like 30 minutes to get to the airport, 30, 35 minutes to get to the airport. You know, let me tell you what else is a problem here, guys. Since we in the complaining mode and we're trying to figure it out, Niche is over here talking about fix your attitude. Common sense says, can Rita join one of these days? No. Rhonda Poole says, we love you, Rita. No. Rita, listen, Rita is off streams. That's it. Rita is done. Leslie is done. Rita is done. Anybody close to me is done. It's done. I've reached. Hey, Cooper talking about ADU tripping. I've reached a space now to where lady bag chasers don't play about Rita. I've reached a space now to where I have completely went into protection mode for my family. I've completely went into protection mode for my family. Somebody sent me a clip and said that I was really divorced. I was just living in different houses. That's what they said. That's what they said. They said I was really divorced. Free Rita from YouTube jail. It said they never should have been up here to begin with. Here's the thing, though, but you don't know because you know the content creation space when I first came in back in 2014, 15. It's the wild, wild west. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know. You just being a family man. Hey guys, this is my daughter. This is my family. But you didn't know that you was going to blow up and be having over 1 million subscribers across multiple different platforms. And so now it's, oh my God, look at him. He really spends his time downtown because it's a divorce. And it's like, okay, you know, that's the way it is. You know, streamers and content creators are the new stars. We're the new movie stars. We're the new rappers. We're all of that, right? Facts, always getting divorced, 100%. I was just divorced last night. And now I'm not anymore. It is what it is. But yeah. Yeah, no more no more family on the internet. That has been removed And I don't really care what anybody thinks. The only time people ever see Rita, or the only time that people actually meet Rita, is in person at a meetup. And then she be over there hanging out with all of the girls. Y'all seen her in DC at the last meetup. Y'all probably see her in November. That's the only time that y'all can see her. Other than that, honestly, Rita ain't interested in being on the internet. She ain't interested in the visibility. She don't want to be on no live streams. She don't want to talk. She don't want to be on no panel. She don't want the fame. She don't want the visibility. Rita want to do what she want to do. She like shopping. Rita, let me tell you what Rita's hobbies are: shopping, praising God, shopping, traveling, being a mother, shopping, and praising God, and having her friends over for tea time and to party. That's Rita's life. Rita don't give a fuck about the internet. It's Friday. Can we talk about it? And getting her nails done and shopping. Rita don't care nothing about no internet. She don't care nothing about no visibility. She ain't trying to be on. She don't do nothing. She posts for her friends. She like to go and visit friends. She'll be on a flight somewhere with my daughter or with her mother or something, and she ain't trying to be in this space. And I don't blame her. And I told her, I said, listen, your time is done. And she was like, first she was mad, and she was like, yeah, I'm with this. I'm with this. This is a better life. She shop and she buy stuff. Oh, and then she works sometimes. Sometimes she work and she actually do, like, she pulled the permits. I will give her credit. She's an incredible business mind. And so as far as what she does from a business perspective with the buildings and the properties, she's an incredible mother. The best mother that I've ever seen, bar none. I hate to say it, but I think that she's better than, like, she's a better mother than, I ain't gonna say all of that. Ain't no competitions over here. But phenomenal mother and excessive shopper. And she really does a really good job as far as dealing with the contractors, pulling permits, building houses. And so she do take care of all of that, but then she makes sure she's shopping in the meantime. So that's what she on. All right. I may call her on the phone something to confirm something, but you ain't gonna really see her on the internet because it ain't worth it. All right, y'all ready to get started with the show? We well over 1,000 people. And I'm gonna try to only be on here for about 2 hours. Y'all got to come to the meetup. You got to be a bag chaser. Come to the meetup. She like partying with the ladies, and she have a good time. She have a good time, all right? And I think that that's what women are supposed to do. I think that that's what women are supposed to do. Tom in the building says, stop talking to our wife like that. Okay. All right. Mr. Lot says NBA All-Star Game is in LA in February. You get you ain't never got to worry about me going to Crypto Arena for the All-Star Game for the WNBA. Oh, the NBA All-Star Game. Okay. All right. Well, that may be different. I thought you said WNBA. I was about to crack up, bro. That was hilarious. Shout out to Mr. Lot. Jay Ben says, happy birthday to Shayla. What up, Shayla? See, we all family in the bag chasers. Shout out to Shayla. Best wife, mom, and beyond, period, says Jay Ben. Happy birthday, Shayla. We love you. I'm going to have Rita call you, too. Tell Rita that's your birthday. Chadford Moore says, got another job offer from my county. Pays 5 to 10K less starting out, but will grow when I get a pension. Debating on taking it just for the pension. Well, do you plan on being there for the next 30 years? If you plan, for me, I bet on myself. I ain't need no pension. Pensions are cool, but for me, I bet on myself. If you plan on being there for the next 30 years, $5,000 to $10,000 adds up for me. But evaluate the pros and the cons and then go from there. Mr. Lot says, you found a woman from the city that wants to stay out the way. Lord, I've seen what you've done for others. That's the problem, though, Mr. Lot, is that, like, I'll give Molly a lot of credit. Outside of rocking out for me, and I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, it took some time. It took a little bit of persuading to convince Molly, hey, That's why I give her so much credit, because she didn't even care about doing this shit. Like, she didn't care about being on After Hours. She didn't care about being on the Q show. Molly did this for me because she rocks with me and because she supports me. So whenever I see people getting mad or they say Anton, whatever, bro, she ain't pushing on Instagram. She don't care about being on content creator. Molly be out the way. Molly be living her own life, doing what she want to do, and she be out the way. She don't care about this clout shit. She don't care about visibility. She don't care about being popular. She ain't trying to start no platform. She is chilling. And so that's what people don't understand, man. Like, a lot of these women, they be out the way. They don't care about none of that stuff. They ain't looking for likes. They ain't looking for views. They ain't looking for none of that. And so y'all got get y'all one that be out the way, bro. I'm telling you, that's the play. Guys, they want the Instagram models. They want the chick with all of the visibility. Get you one that's cool with 300 subscribed, 300 followers, and 187 of them is friends and family. Get you a chick that's out the way. They ain't trying, they just trying to be laid up and getting laid down. That's it. That's it. Ain't no, they don't be caring about all of this stuff. They sleep long, they get their nails done, and they go to the gym. And that's another thing. Rita be at the gym. Her and Leslie, man, Leslie came in here the other day. Six pack the fuck up. She in the gym every day. She trained. Leslie spent like 3 hours a day. She spent 2 hours at Taekwondo and then another hour at the gym. She fucking abbed up and stuff, slim as hell. I said, Les, what the fuck is you doing? Oh, Dad, I just came from the gym. I was like, she got me motivated. My daughter motivated. I said, I got to get on top of things. I can't be out here having my daughter having me looking like a box of powdered donuts. Abs everywhere. Fuck you on? What you doing? Anyways, let me read some of these cash apps, and then we're gonna go ahead and get it popping. All right. Y'all daughters be fat as hell. Jamaica, what up, Jamaica? Says thank you, AD. I love you, brethren. Mike, that dude. Shout out to Mike, that dude. I appreciate you. Rand Wilson says Air Canada cancels flights as strike looms. Canada got all kind of problems. All kind of problems. Mo, look at Modine. We can't expect you to tell us all the faults of the women around you have. They don't have no faults. They're perfect. They don't have no faults. All the women that are around me are perfect. And let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. This is the thing about people. When you get people around you that's willing to throw you under the bus to make themselves feel good, then that's not your friends. And that's not even people that you should be around. If your friends don't celebrate you and big you up and hold you down, and if they so willing to throw you under the bus and they not even content creators, but they just willing to talk shit about you, talk stuff about them just because, you know what I'm saying? Get you some different friends. Get you some. If they did have some faults, which they don't have faults, why would I tell you? I've largely always said that the thing about me is that I'm going to spend 98, 99% of my time focused on the things that I love about people. If they did have faults, you wouldn't know about them. Why would I tell you? How does that benefit you? How does that benefit me? I don't throw the people that I rock with under the bus. Listen, if we sat and we fought like cats and dogs 10 minutes before we get on the platform and then we get cool after that, the only thing you gonna know about is that we cool after that. Why would I ever try to throw somebody's reputation under the bus that I actually care about and love? What kind of people are you guys? What kind of people are y'all? Y'all, is that what y'all do to y'all people that y'all care about? Is that what you do? Oh, I know, because y'all used to people being on TikTok and Instagram. I hate my man, all of that. That's what you used to that. You used to them telling you about all of the toxicity or whatever. That's what y'all used to. Y'all used to people trauma bonding together. And so that's what y'all expect. Nah, I'm old school. I'm old school. And I'm gonna be honest with you, truly, the most pleasant people that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I love coming to my daughter. I love going on trips with Rita. I love being around the people that surround me. Honestly, truly a pleasure. And if you've ever met her, because if plenty of people in the chat has met her, the Osriels, the Fa Browns, the Yakars, the Mollys, the Mikas, and all of these people, they've met her and they kick it with her multiple times in real life. She's the sweetest person that you'll ever meet in your life. She's the sweetest person that you'll ever meet in your life. I told y'all what her nickname used to be for everybody that she ever met. It used to be Sweet Rita. When my grandmother met her, oh my, that's the sweetest person I've ever met in my entire life. Get y'all some people that actually want to see y'all win around y'all. Stop being around people that always want to throw you under the bus and say negative things. J Ben met her. J Ben's wife met her. Everybody met her. They know who she is. That's why they're so fiercely protective. It's hard to protect the hyena, but they fiercely protective over her because she's the nicest person ever. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let me read a couple more super chats and we rocking. Just a brown girl in America Matter says, Anton, if you get the chance, go check out my stream with my ex. Yep, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm on it. I'm on it. Just BGA, just a brown girl in America. I'm gonna check it out on the plane when I'm flying today. Sarge says, you're right, AD. Out the way is the best way. If I wasn't a content creator, I would be out the way. I wouldn't even be on social media. AD yesterday, Jovan, that old nickel. Shout out to Jovan. If it's a box of Entenmann's donuts, we forgive you. Username Delta says late to the show, but facts, no bro code. And I will say this: that Delta first class meal, I don't know who the chef is that's curating that meal, but that meal is that whatever, man, everything that they've been serving on Delta for the last year and a half been hitting, bro. They have no misses on the Delta meals at all. What up, Motion Man? I need that attention single ASAP. Also, like, would you go on Joe Rogan? Hell yeah, I go on Joe Rogan. Why wouldn't I go on Joe Rogan? Hell yeah, I go on Joe Rogan. Hell yeah. Hey, there's my girl. I was just talking about you. I was just talking about you probably like 5 minutes ago. I was just talking about you. I was telling the people, I said, man, this girl, I had to kind of talk her into like being a part of a regular and stuff, and that she's so out the way and she's so focused on living a good life and not even being seen and stuff and not even trying to get no clout, that these are the best type of women to have around you. And I said that, it's so funny that I'm so fiercely protective over Molly because she wasn't even really doing it in the first place. The only reason she jumped on the panels or the only reason she started rocking out with me is because she rolled with me. It's because she's loyal and because she's dope. Because she's dope. I was just talking about you. Just using you as an example of the type of chicks that be out the way that ain't even trying to be in the mix like that. And how loyal you are and how much you rock out and how much appreciation and love that I have for you. And a lot of people like to say, Anton got Molly goggles on. Absolutely. I love that girl. I love Molly. I truly love her. Like, that is my girl. And it ain't shit that anybody can say. I don't give a fuck how much y'all want me to try to throw her under the bus or try to hold her accountable. Hold her accountable for what, nigga? She don't do nothing wrong in my eyes. How can she do something wrong in my eyes? And the only thing she ever did was try to hold me down. Always held me down. So, you know, she might bother y'all niggas, but that's my homegirl. That's my girl. I want to see my people win. I want to see my homegirls win. I want to see my people win. I want to see my homies win. I want to see everybody win. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get started with the show because we got enough people in here. All right. I'll continue to read super chats throughout the show, but let's get started with. I actually want to review this singularly. I put it in the title of yesterday's show. I had to change the title of yesterday's show after the show was over because I covered more than just her and I never got to her. But I want to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson and I want to deep dive into her a little bit because once I actually started watching the footage with the panel last night, I was thinking to myself, yeah, she is a little bit weird. She is a little bit weird, but is this something that we should be concerned about? Or not? Or is she just a regular person? Is she a regular everyday person, you know, that made a mistake? Is she a regular everyday person that just so happens to make a mistake? That's the question that we got to ask ourselves, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and revisit this footage. And I want to share it with y'all. And I want to talk about it for the next 15 minutes. Just so we can have a real conversation about what I think that she is separately from what the group thinks that she is. Oh, and after hours is tonight too.
Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I have to get my special bag. Is there anything else that you could let me know? Because now that you have these officers involved, is there anything I need to? Yeah, why don't you come talk to me over here? Come talk to me over here. Hello, hi. So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in my.
Let me tell you what my first reaction was when I first seen this. They toxic together. That's a top. I don't know. I think she's probably the most toxic in a relationship. I've seen this before. I'm gonna shoot some bell to my guys. He just be chilling, trying to do stuff, trying to make it happen, because she's not getting enough attention, or because he's not doing exactly what she wants her to. She wants him to do at that particular time. She goes off the handle. She wants him to substantiate her thoughts and her emotions and her feelings and all of that, and then it just goes downhill from there. And he probably be doing some shit too on the low. Honestly, be doing some stuff on the low. But the difference between him and her, shout out to Big Homie. I appreciate you. I'm gonna read that super chat shortly. The difference between him and her is that he probably toxic, she probably toxic, but because she's a woman and she's young, she don't know how to control her emotions. I would also probably venture to say this. One of the things that people don't take into consideration is that these athletes, a lot of times, they haven't been in a lot of relationships before. They haven't lived regular lives because the majority of their life they've lived on the field or in a gym or doing whatever it is that they do. They also come from the hood, so it's a lot of trauma and things that they haven't overcome as far as the things that they deal with on a regular basis. And then last but not least, when they finally get into a relationship, they get so emotionally attached that everything is exaggerated. I'm telling you, most of these athletes have the guys and the girls. The guys maybe bust down a lot of chicks in high school and stuff like that. But a lot of times when they get to the league, they be 18, 19, 20 years old. These dudes is green as hell. They don't know nothing. And the women is even worse because the women athletes didn't get a lot of attention because it was probably called too masculine. It was probably not the ones that was preferred. You know, they spent all of their time in the gym, all of their time on the field. They was probably super popular in school. And I'm telling you, this is the blueprint of a lot of things. Probably super popular in school, but not popular with the boys as far as the guys that was wanting them and liking them. I'm telling you, bro, female athletes are probably the most clingy, relationship deprived women until they get a certain level of motion. That's why a lot of them be gay. That's why a lot of them be lesbian. A lot of them get into relationships with other women, not Sha'Carri Richardson, obviously. A lot of them get into relationships with other women because they don't really have a lot of male interaction, especially younger, that they desire from the chicks that's out there that ain't no athlete, but they just be out there and doing the shit that women do. That's why a lot of them be gay. Most of these women be gay as hell because the person that women get emotionally attached to people, and then that's when they start to define whatever their sexuality is. A woman's sexuality has nothing to do with her desire for sex. A woman's sexuality earlier in her life is the level of impression that she gets from the people that show her attention. And then that's where her desire goes. That's where the majority of her attention goes. If the people that surround her, women are this is why you got to keep your daughters close. This is why you have to have 2-parent households close, because your daughters are much more susceptible to taking on the lifestyle of the thing that's impressed upon them. And that is what they turn out to be. It's so hard to get her back. It's hard to. Women that are promiscuous were usually the ones that was bust down the most in high school. It starts at the early age. They get a boyfriend that's too old for them, picking them up from school. Nigga, they don't come back from that. They don't come back from that. And so that's why you got to keep them close. That's why you got to be very, 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 very involved in their life. Because the thing that they get influenced by when they 13, 12, 14, 15 years old, that's the thing that they then start to identify as. These chicks don't come out and be like, oh man, they're not gay when they born. They're gay because that's the type of friend group that embraced them when they was in school and when they was coming up. So when I seen this video from Sha'Carri Richardson, when I see this video of Sha'Carri Richardson involved with this guy and being super clingy, and when the police coming up and she's still cussing him out and all of this stuff, I can't believe you, Christian, and all of this stuff. Nigga, that's the first one of the first guys that really said, I love you, girl. And she was like, ooh, and clasped on to that nigga. Clasped on to him. These celebrity chicks, these chicks is lonely, bro. They can't do the same stuff that regular women do. If they do, they so worried about their image. And the first dude that got even a little bit of motion or showed them a little bit of attention, they clasp onto him. That's how they fucking marry the trainer, because that's the nigga that's closest to him. That's how they wind up getting involved with the backup dancer, because that's the dude that was closest to him. It's all about proximity. They not hard to knock off. They not more exceptional. You just pedestalizing them because you don't have access to them. But they definitely, definitely are easy to get to. And when they do, hats off. Hats off. First dude that Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields. Perfect example. Perfect example. I seen Pap and at MGM. I seen him at MGM, high limit room. We was in there. He cool people. He seemed cool people. But what the fuck? Like, if you think about it, it's like y'all arguing over a nigga that ain't even dropped a single. And this ain't no shade to him. I'm just gonna break it down for y'all from a realistic perspective. Her and Remy Ma is fighting over a regular dude. It's like, when you really start to put it in perspective, it's like, wait a minute, you can get any guy you want, but can they? Can they? Really? Honestly, can they?
Or is it the first dude that had a little bit of motion or really said, yeah, baby, you know, alphabet slaughter, and showed her some attention? It was like she locked in. I love him. I love him. Nobody ever taught that girl nothing. I mean, and I'm not dissing her because I think that she's a phenomenal athlete. I think that she's great the way that she continues to market herself. She don't know how to walk in heels. She probably been the breadwinner, been the mother and the father of her entire family, been taking care of her family, and she lived the majority of her time in the gym. First dude that really get close to her and get her some motion, nigga, she marrying that nigga. She love that nigga for life. It's over. It's over. And so Sha'Carri Richardson, the Clarissa Shields, all of them is in the same boat. All of them is in the same boat. They are in the exact same boat. And when they get clingy and when they get relationship trauma bonded with a dude, this is going to be the result of it right here.
His bag, I just need to get out of my bag. Okay. My iPad, some clothes. I can stick it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this, kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly.
Look how
I
weird
brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out.
Y'all not used to hearing them talk. Y'all just used to seeing them run. They weird. They weird as hell.
I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for my stuff. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just have to get my belongings out. Do you have your ID on you? And boarding pass by chance? Yeah. Do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking? Because we're investigating a possible assault. Assault? Christian. Listen, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making sure.
It's not him that reported it. One of the TSA folks reported it.
One of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere.
Okay. But like I said, yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Okay. Yeah, but I would definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day because our flight ended up getting delayed.
Everything she say, weird, bro. Never really had any day. And I'm so wrong. And Christian, I can't believe that she did this to me. Oh my God. And my name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Thank you. And it ain't her fault because that's what her life is. That's why it's important for me as a girl dad to allow for my child to live and experience her childhood. I want her to grow in all ways that will allow for her to be a productive human being while at the same time know how to communicate and move throughout this world without seeming weird. It's very important for me to say, hey, listen, focus on being a child. Forget all of this nonsense. As good as she is, as good as my daughter is, as good as she is, I always say, hey, listen, just focus on being a child. Don't focus on doing nothing except for that. If you win, you win, but we here to have a good time. We're not here. We don't care as much about the winning as we do about you having fun and having a good time. Be a child. Focus on enjoying your life and develop all of the skill sets that would allow for you to at some point be a good wife. I was talking to my daughter yesterday. It's so funny. Check this out. I'm talking to my daughter yesterday because she went and got her schedule, right? She's going to be a senior. I said, all right, so what's your classes? What's your schedule like? Because she got some kind of alternative schedule now. When we was coming up with school, sometimes you can go to JROTC, all of that stuff, right? And I was blown away. She has a phenomenal school that she goes to. She said, well, the first half of the day, Dad, I have, you ain't gonna even believe this. She said, I got cooking. What? She said, oh, no, it's not called cooking. It's called culinary arts. She said, me and, all of the girls is in there. It's called culinary arts. I said, so we used to call that home economics. She said, yeah, they focus on teaching us how to cook, how to do this and how to do that. I said, what is the other programs so that the seniors have? She said, well, all of the boys, They going into mechanics, they working on cars. She said they did that or whatever, so on and so forth. She said, but mine is I'm doing the cooking. She said, so the first half is cooking. And then the last 3 classes, she come home in the middle of the day, she can have lunch. And then the last 3 classes that she got is like economics, something and something. You know, it's the regular classes. So she got 3 afternoon classes. And the first 3 hours of the day, they basically doing culinary arts. I said, what? I didn't even know that high school still did that. I did not even know that high school still did that. I was elated. I was elated that they was able to do that because I want her to develop regular, normal, everyday girl norms that would allow for her to be a good social human being, but also a phenomenal wife. Now, that's not to say that her mother don't cook with her because they cook together all the time. But my point is that to push that in our society, in our household, our high schools is dope. It would, I think it does depend on the school. Your son is doing the same. What is your son taking, Sharon? It's dope. But let's get back to Sha'Carri Richardson.
Late. We're supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled. So the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you don't mind, can I step over here? So I can change my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. Okay. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it came to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, so and walking up to you guys. So I'm not hiding.
Y'all got to remember that this girl is only 25 years old. I just looked it up. She was born in the year 2000. When I was graduating in high school, when I was graduating high school, she was just being born. She was born in March. I was graduating in May, June. So y'all got to remember that the same standards of what you're supposed to be does not apply to this. Like it's not the same, honestly. And that's not to take up for her, but it's not. She's 25, getting into a relationship. She don't know no better. She ain't smart. At 25, I was dumb as hell as far as how I was moving.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything.
I need people to use their mind, focus. Nobody is saying that she's excused from being held accountable. I'm saying that you got to remember who the fuck you was at 25 versus who she is at 25. I'm not expecting her to be anything different than what exactly she is right now, is what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that anybody should be taken, should be given, you know what I'm saying, shouldn't be held accountable. But at the same time, she talks like a 25-year-old that just really got into her first relationship with a man. That's what she sounds like to me.
He did, not at all. He had headphones that were mine, and I just grabbed the headphones, but not physically. If you would like to ask me, you can ask him, but I don't want anything.
I just want to get your side.
Okay, so absolutely. You can ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Is it Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri. Thank you so much, Sha'Carri.
Hey, Sha'Carri. What's your phone number for you?
And like I said, I don't have a problem cooperating because, like I said, it was some relationship stuff. So that's why I came up.
Do you have your boarding pass by chance? Just so I can just take a photo of that. Just
absolutely, yes. And you can contact me whenever you need to. I'm so sorry.
I would be going back and forth with a lot of y'all in the comments, but I don't have the capacity today because I got to catch a flight. Can't be really derailed today.
No, you're good.
Now my boarding pass, that is Publix. Right here.
Perfect.
This is my boarding pass.
So this is the one that got delayed?
So this is, I want to say my original one, and this one.
That's your new one?
No, this is my original one, and this is the one that got delayed. And then the new one, I think, is in my personal one. But you can take a picture, and I'll look for you for the new one if you don't mind me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Right now, I don't think I have it, but they moved my flight to 10 p.m. If you don't mind, I don't think I just physically have it. But you can take a picture. I don't mind at all.
So last year, are you heading back to Florida?
Yes. No. I'm heading to Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, okay. I could probably find it this way.
Yeah, you can find it that way.
It's just to kind of document what's going on.
Please document everything. I have no problem with you documenting anything. And I'm going to do my part so you can do your best, document everything.
E-Love, don't be an incel. E-Love, don't be an incel. All right? Don't be an incel. I don't think that you've ever actually bought any Sha'Carri Richardson gear in the first place. I don't like it when people advocate for people to lose their money or to lose their sponsorships or to lose all of that type of shit. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't advocate for any man to lose any sponsorship or nothing. And so why would I advocate for anybody, woman or man, to lose? Come on, man. Listen. Y'all niggas got to come out of this incel shit. Real talk. Like, we can hold people accountable. We can hold women accountable. We can hold men accountable. But y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all got to stop asking for people to lose their jobs. Matter of fact, y'all niggas got to stop trying to find where people work at. It ain't that deep, bro. It really ain't that deep. Seriously, it's not that deep. Every time you see somebody do something that you don't agree with, just say, yo, I don't agree with what it is that they do, and this is what they could have done better. Y'all niggas got to stop wishing harm on people. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I hate that shit. The police did their job. They arrested her. They held her accountable. She got to deal with the charges. And then they go from there. What is y'all wishing bad on people for? Why do y'all do that? Stop, bro. Stop.
I would never say it. If I ever talk to him again, please talk to me. If I ever talk to him again, you punch me in my face. I will never, ever talk to him again. I will never do it to him again. So hi, how are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm doing all right.
I'm good.
No, okay.
But I had to put down. I'm so sorry. You're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now. What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't. I saw him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay. I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you had me on camera. But at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. They're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now? Wait, but right now, I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him? Christian, are you serious right now? Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay. I will never fucking shoot again. Ever.
You gotta go this way.
Okay.
And right after that, they probably got right back together. So, yeah, man, it's a learning situation a lot of times. I think that, again, she was held accountable. What the fuck else y'all want? What else you want? She went to goddamn jail. What else y'all want? But, yeah, man, I think she give me the impression of a young chick that don't know nothing, ain't never been through nothing, and don't know how to move, and she don't have to be trained up. Y'all better start training y'all chicks, bro. Y'all better start training your chicks, or else the system will Terrible People Podcast. What up, though? What's happening, big dog? How you feel? Says in the book of AD, yesterday's sermon was about a Hebrew irrationalite named Javan that old Nicole and Mabel, and how misery loves company. Don't be dusty and hateful like Jovan and his wife. Amen. Yeah. Big homie. What up, big homie? I appreciate you for the 20 ball. I appreciate you, bro. Preach. 2012 says she was gay at first and then she switched over. And we all know how lesbian relationships go. They are aggressive. Was she? News to me. I don't be knowing. Bob Brown says, yo, AD, if you have any time, can you play the Corey Holcomb shout out? I heard he showed you mad love, but I still haven't saw it. And nobody dropped the timestamp. I think somebody told me it was like at 40 something minutes, 39 minutes, 43 minutes. It was somewhere in there, like 38 minutes through like 40 something minutes. So if I'm not mistaken, that's what they sent me in my email. Mr. Joe says, Papoose is a career beta male. Shout out to Mr. Joe. Tony Williams says, Sha'Carri used to date Janique Brown, a female Jamaican sprinter. Jesus Christ. So I was right in my assessment of these chicks. After Fresh and Fit, I can tell you one of us. Please let the chat know you one of us real ninjas. I was on the fence, brother, but what you was on the fence about what? I'm on board with you, bro. You definitely him. You messed around and about to make me join the Bag Chasers. Big homie, listen, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. The only thing that I can tell you is that I'm gonna be authentically me. I've been the same the whole time. I never was any different. If anybody has been around, listen, and I think that y'all should pick and choose the people that y'all rock with. I'm with it. Tim Stepney says, telling that big back she had 13 months, then reduced it to 11 months, had me howling. Shout out to the Chasers. What up, Bag Chasers? Moses King says, what up, AD? You're speaking facts. A lot of these celebrities are awkward, can't hold the real conversation, and can barely talk. We need to seriously stop pedestal. I said that. We got to stop pedestalizing these celebrities, bro. Corey P says, I was born in 99. Honestly, majority of the chicks talk like B. Simone, and it's very irritating. Talk normal, please. Chicks in my age range. Jeremy Clay says, did y'all peep when she said he's the man? Why are y'all putting me in this situation? Huge red flag. Now, Brando says, her saying I'm getting arrested and he the man says a lot about the mindset. Rags from Texas says she's just from the hood and have God-given talent. That's it. A hood chick trying to figure it out. Y'all keep on trying to make it seem like they any different than they really are. They just a chick from the hood. And what did y'all think she was going to be like? Anyways, let's move on. I want to also jump on this. So shout out to, forgot what his name was. I think his name was Kevin Watson. He was around 42 years old. And it's a viral clip. I'm not going to play the actual viral clip. I'm going to just play the news one because it's real safe for me to play the news one. But it's a clip that's going around on all platforms, literally all platforms except for maybe YouTube, of this man. And his name is Kevin Watson. And he was in his car and he was on Facebook Live. And he was talking. And then some young bulls, some YNs, pulled up to him, tried to rob him for his chain, and they wound up killing him. And so now the community is in mourning as a result of it.
Kevin Watson's murder has already been viewed nearly 2 million times on Facebook as he was killed in the middle of his Facebook Live. In that video, you can see him getting out of his car before hearing a single gunshot fired, happening mere blocks away from this police station here in South Austin.
Get into it with y'all because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up?
Kevin Watson's final moments captured on Facebook Live as gunfire rang out in this parking lot Wednesday evening on Madison near LeClaire Avenue in Chicago's South Austin neighborhood.
He was choking for breath. He was trying to struggle to breathe.
All of it unfolding right after Watson left his cousin's job at this nearby liquor store to begin his Facebook Live in his car.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. And I say this, and I know a lot of people always try to sit there because when I see these type of stories, it's a learning lesson for me. It's either a reinforcement or a reminder that we need to tighten up. It's either a reinforcement or it's a reminder that we need to tighten up. My strategy in life, and I'm going to beat this in y'all every single day. I'm going to beat it in you every single day. My strategy in life is to be proactive. It's better to have all of the steps in place and not need it than to need it and not have it. Because you can't control the situation once you compromise. So people say stuff to me like, oh man, you don't need no security walking around. Fuck you. No, you don't. Cool. But I'm going to have it. Oh man, you can post up where you are. That's why I don't do IRL streams. That's why I don't do IRL streams, because people are easily able to find out exactly where you are and they can pull up on you. Nope. Everything for me when it comes to vlogging, and I'm not even going to start back vlogging until I get all of this done as far as my, get the numbers that I want to get on the Anton Daniels channel. I'm pre-recorded all day. I don't post locations. I don't do none of that. Everything is pre-recorded. Everything is security. And I'm not moving the same way that everybody else is moving. Why? Because a regular guy in his own city is getting killed on Facebook Live and they don't have no regard for you. What people don't understand is that it only takes one situation. You can have 1 million people that love you, and it's going to be one dude that don't give nothing, that he don't care, and he wants your chain. One guy. It only take one person to make this whole thing go left. Nipsey, Kevin Watson in his own Chicago, regular people, rappers, entertainers, XXXTentacion, he was like going to the bank so he can get some money to go and buy some jewelry or something like that. It only take one situation. Now, I know that these raggedy, dusty, dirty dudes, and a lot of times they be in the chat, they gonna try to put the battery in y'all back because you're gonna try to keep it real for some people that ain't got no profile picture. Let me tell you something. You better be proactive. You better be on top of it, and you better make sure that you ain't slipping, because it only take one situation. Oh, I'm always in the hood. I'm always doing this. No, I'm in the hood with security and police officers tailing me because I understand what the implications can be. I'm not trying to keep it real with you. Dolph, facts. Dolph, XXXTentacion was buying a motorcycle, facts. And Dolph was buying cookies for his mother. Just made a quick stop. Hey, let me get oatmeal raisin, chocolate chip, and marshmallow. Gotti's brother. You better than me, because I'm gone. I'm out. Anton, you going to the after hour spot? I look over at the security. Did you scope out that place? Oh, we didn't scope out that place. Listen, y'all, I'm going to think about it and I'm going to get back to y'all. They'll tell you. They will tell you. Anton, you going to the after party? Look at the security. We didn't vet that one. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'll see what I can do, guys. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm going to see what I can do. I'm not trying to be in the mix with anybody. I'm chilling. I ain't got time for that. When I go out and I go hanging and I go shopping or whatever, and I'm just so happen to be by myself or I'm with it, whatever, okay. I don't make no announcement. I'm just gone. Slimmy, no. Me and Slimmy wasn't even supposed to, we didn't even know we was going to run into each other. I'm walking around in DC, but this was before the meetup. This is just shopping and junk like that. I ain't make no announcement. Slimmy like, hey, man, you out here just running around shopping. Yeah. Right after that, went right to the car. Because me and Slimmy, we were sitting there chopping it up for too long. And I was just looking around. I was situationally aware. I'm like Malice. I'm no Malice all day long. profiling. What do you got? Dreads over there? Like I see a nigga walking too fast with dreads. I just put the car in and drive. Hey man, where you going? I don't know yet. I'll figure it out when I'm not driving. I'm in drive. I'm in drive. People, Anton, you never want to stop at stoplights. Stoplights it's a yield sign for me. Everybody knows stoplights are a yield sign. I slow down, I'm inching, I'm looking both ways, and then I'm gone. But you gonna get pulled over. Cool. Well, that police, I'll take my ticket. Got a whole bunch of them right here that I gotta go. I got a ticket right here. I got a ticket right here. I got another ticket right here. Got a whole bunch of them. This is what I got a lawyer for. But I'm not gonna be. Did you get these to the lawyer? Okay, cool. I'm gone. I saw you run a stoplight on 4th Street downtown. See? How did you see me? And I know you see me. I know you see me run a stoplight because I was on 4th Street. But see, you wasn't going to be able to come up there and say nothing to me because you got to stop at the stoplight. I'm gone. When I leave the game, I'm usually out the game. I'm not staying through the 4th quarter. Midway, first 2-3 minutes in the 4th quarter. All right, y'all. I see y'all. Got to beat the traffic. If I see somebody bragging behind me too long, I'm gone. I'm gone. Bro. I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but I'm gone. I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but I'm gone. Let me fix this. Let me see if I can get some act right with my camera. I don't know what's going on with the camera, but we're going to see if we can get some act right. I'm gone, bro. I'm out. And so, again, God bless y'all. Let me see if I can fix this camera work. God bless y'all. I hope everything works out for y'all, but I'm out. I got to go. I can't do the same thing that everybody else do. I got to keep it moving. I got to figure it out.
Shot at this nearby liquor store to begin his Facebook Live in his car.
I wouldn't let him walk out the store. He's a good man to this community. No matter what he done, he helped people, He helped me get this job in there.
Close friends turned heartbroken witnesses say as Watson was walking to his car.
He was talking to a guy, and he was going to his car, and then the guy followed behind him. So when the guy followed behind him, pulled a gun on him. So he was trying to wrestle with the gun, and the gun went off.
Police say the 40-year-old was shot in his chest.
I rubbed his palm, and I squeezed his hand. He wouldn't squeeze back.
Relatives tell us he leaves behind a 6-year-old son and say Watson was killed just weeks shy of his own birthday.
We're going to have to figure out how to move on and be strong day to day and help each other get past this, because this didn't just hurt one person. This hurt a lot of us.
Police haven't given a motive behind the shooting. So far, no one has been arrested.
And they never are arrested. And that's the thing. They never. Here's the part about it, right? Because again, they're going to sit there and they're going to tell y'all, well, crime is down. Nigga, y'all ain't solved no murders. You ain't got no suspects. You ain't got nobody in custody. You ain't got nobody that you can say, yo, you know what? We got a questioning for him. You ain't got nothing. They ain't been solving no crimes, and they ain't been reporting no crimes. Crime is down. Ain't a description, ain't a surveillance video, ain't a witness, ain't none of that. This nigga was on Facebook Live, and they can't find nobody to. And guess what? You know what the worst part about this story is? We reporting on it today. In 4 days, we gonna forget about it, and we gonna move on to the next thing. That's how much the streets love you. We're reporting on it today. And 3-4 days, we're going to forget about it. Nobody is going to care. Y'all said 4 hours. I believe you. Nobody will care. You've been live all of this time. You built up a following. In 4 days, niggas going to be like, yeah, so where the hoes at? Yeah, so where the money at? Hey, we going to, what we doing the meetup at? Self-preservation, nigga. Your husband was shot 4 times walking down the street in the ATL. He survived. Let me read that. He survived, but they still haven't found the YN. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Yeah, so where the hoes at? That's what they're going to be saying. Oh, man, he was a good guy. I can't believe it, man. Hit a like for the algorithm. They're going to do a live stream so that they can get their views up about you. They're going to try to be the first to report it. Hey, man, did you see what happened to it? Oh, man, it's hard. Let me see what's going on. All right, y'all. So what's up? What y'all want to read super chat? So what? That's what your life going to be, nigga. You're going to get a 13-minute tribute, and that's it. That's the end of it. And nobody is going to care. Nobody is going to care. You got to do what's best for you. I don't listen to the people that be trying to have me crashing out. No, man, dog, you should have stood on business. Oh, nigga, I'm on the way to 1 million subscribers on my other channel. I ain't got time to be sitting there arguing with you. I'm gone. I'm going to take the long way. Not arguing with you. I'm not meeting up with you. Yeah, man, we need to start throwing hands. I throw lawyers. I don't throw hands. I throw lawyers. Now, if you want to get into a civil disagreement, then we can definitely go lawyer for lawyer. But I'm not talking to you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not going to sit there and try to make sure that you understand it and see it from my perspective. I'm not doing none of that. Because you know what I am? I'm a chaser. Because I'm a chaser. I'm not about to sit there and talk to you. Because I'm a chaser. I ain't sitting there going back and forth, sitting in the car. I don't even stop at certain gas stations no more. That's why we fill up, so that we don't stop. Hope you got your legal team together though. Why y'all want that hat so bad? Leave my hats alone. This is a hat. This hat is slapping, bro. This hat is all that. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Y'all better go get in touch with Slimmy. If you need to get a hat, all right? First of all, if you're not a bag chaser, don't ask for a hat. If you're not a bag chaser, don't ask for a hat. But if you need to get you a hat, then contact Slimmy. Slimmy can work that out for you. All right? Contact Slimmy. Slimmy can work that out for you. When am I going to sell merch? I don't know. Probably after 1 million subscribers. Probably after an Emmy subscriber, a milli subscribers. Carrington Love Jr. says, hey, big homie Banners, you sound like a snake. Anton's feature with Fresh and Fit was child's play compared to the Millionaire Morning Show and the Anton Daniels channel. You childish girl. We love Banners. Shout out to Banners, man. We love him. Listen, Carrington, we don't meet people with opposition. We meet people with love. All right. Username Delta says, aren't y'all fatigued? Lock the parents up. Terrell says, grew up in that neighborhood till I was 21 during the 80s and the 90s. The new breed do too much on the phones. Wild out. I'm not paying attention to surroundings. He got. The ops was probably watching the live too. I know, and they usually are. Detroit full of stick-up kids stealing Cartier frames. I don't know about that, big dog. I don't believe that. And Mr. Lot says, and the homie's about to reach out to your girl to offer support. Hey, you need some help. You need some condolences. Shout out to Sha'Carri Trotter. I appreciate you, big dog. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications. It's Friday, man. It's Friday, man. Shout out to all of the ladies. Shout out to all of the bag chasers. Shout out to everybody. Slimmy is my right hand. Quentin is my dog. That's my left hand. These is my guys. Shout out to 2K. 2K. He gonna be the next thing up. He hitting. Sha'Carri says, Ply said it best. I ain't got time to argue with you. I'm making money. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Shout out to Billy. What up to Billy? What up, Billy? Let's get to a Billy. Yeah. I think my next deal that I do, I don't want to get paid in anything except for crypto. My next deal that I do starting next year, we're going to talk about it in the Patreon. We're going to talk about it in the Bag Chasers, all right? What we got going on? What's next? Oh, one more thing that I want to show y'all and I want to have a conversation about. Let me switch over to premium just so we can make sure that we don't get no ads out here in the streets, all right? Switch over to premium. Make sure y'all tapping in the after hours tonight too. Did y'all see this? What's up with all of these disagreements on airplanes while they're in the sky? Have y'all seen this latest thing? Check it out. Hold on, let me share my screen with y'all real quick.
New details now on the unruly passenger who forced a flight from Virginia to LAX to be diverted to Grand Junction, Colorado. Tonight, that flight finally touching down at LAX, and the passengers with quite a story to tell. Eyewitness News reporter
Hold on, man. Hold on. Don't pick me up like no goddamn toddler. Put me down, nigga. Don't. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, dog. Hold on, man. Don't pick me up by my armpits, nigga. Man, if you pick me up by my armpits, we're going to have a discussion, bro. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. If you pick me up and put me in my seat and you pick me up by my armpits or something like anything like that, you pick me up by my waist, if you pick me up by my armpits, if you try to put me back in my seat, I ain't going to be happy about it. if you start I'm not having that. Now we can get into a discussion about a lot of things, nigga, but if you pick me up on my armpits, nigga, me and you gonna have a discussion. And you're not gonna be happy about it afterwards either. Don't put me in my seat. Nigga, who is you? Dog, nigga, get off me, dog. Nigga, get off me. You start dodging and get off me. Stop, man. Man, let me go. Put me down. Put me down. No, dog. I'm telling you, man. If you don't put me down, bro, man, I ain't gonna say it again, dog. I'm telling you, if you don't put me down, nigga, let me go. I wouldn't be happy about that. That's probably the only thing that would cause for me to take some time off on my live stream. If somebody picked me up and put me in my seat on camera, then I'm gonna take a week off. Where Anton at? He ain't streaming this week. Oh, we got to do a mental health check on it. I'm good, nigga. I'm taking a nap. I'm straight. I'm taking some time off. I haven't had any time off. I've been going extra hard on this whole situation for a long time, and I'm taking a nap. That's it. I'm good, bro. Leave me alone. Don't pick me up by my armpits, bro.
The flight from Virginia to LAX to be diverted to Grand Junction, Colorado. Tonight, that flight finally touching down.
He grabbed him by his armpits. Get it, nigga. Nigga, get off me, nigga. What's wrong with you?
To LAX to be diverted to Grand Junction, Colorado. Tonight, that flight finally touching down at LAX, and the passengers with quite a story to tell. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand joining us live from LAX after speaking with some of them. Jory.
It was quite an ordeal today, Mark. That plane left Norfolk, Virginia about 9:15 East Coast time this morning. Those passengers got to the airport about 2 hours earlier, probably left for the airport about an hour before that. Add it all together, that's about 3:15 a.m. West Coast time, and they finally touched down here tonight. An unruly passenger aboard a Breeze Airways flight this morning from Norfolk, Virginia to LAX caused such a scene that passengers had to step in to help subdue him, and the plane had to divert to Grand Junction, Colorado.
On a level.
Question for the chat. Question for the chat. Have y'all ever heard of Breeze? Is that a new airplane? Is that a new airline? Have y'all ever heard of Breeze Airport? Breeze Airlines? Honestly, I've never heard of Breeze Airlines before. Chat. Have y'all ever heard of Breeze Airlines? I have never heard of these airlines before. Nobody is saying that they heard of Breeze. What the fuck is a Breeze? Breeze Airlines? That's the new Spirit? Oh, man. Gonna have a whole bunch of women trying to take Breeze Airlines. I ain't never heard of Breeze. Let me see. I'm about to look it up. Airline. Breeze Airways. Okay. The seriously nice airline. An American low-cost airline headquartered in Cottonwood Heights, Utah. Founded by David Neilman, who previously co-founded Morris Air, WestJet, JetBlue, and Azul Linhas Aéreas. All right, so it is the new Spirit. Well, when Spirit goes out of look at all this. Everybody's showing him picking him up. Look at his armpits. Look at how they picked him up by his armpits. Now, well, when Spirit goes out of business, then y'all can go ahead and get with Breeze. Hell no. Breeze Airlines? Breeze Airways? Let's see where they fly to. Tri-Cities, Pasco's, Eugene, Arcata, Eureka, San Francisco, Vegas, Los Angeles, San Diego, Phoenix, Madison, Wisconsin. How come nobody ever visit the middle of America? They fly to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, not Houston, New Orleans, Gulfport, Bentonville, Fayetteville, Memphis, Springfield, Madison, Lansing. They ain't even got nothing in Metro Detroit. They only fly to Lansing and South Bend, Indiana, Burlington, Hartford, Connecticut, Westchester, Pittsburgh. I don't see nothing in the New York. Portland. Oh, I see New York right here. New York's Islip. Salisbury, Ocean City, Pensacola, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers, Key West, Tampa, Orlando, Daytona Beach, Charleston. Oh, interesting. Lansing, Michigan to they don't do Las Vegas. Los Angeles, no. San Diego, no. I guess you can try Tampa, Florida. One guess. Jesus. Look at the blackout dates. Good gosh. Ain't no dates. You can only fly on Wednesday and Saturday. All right. So let's go. And the flights is booked up. The flights is booked up. So I got to go all the way to October. Ain't no flights in September. Okay. So let's go October 1st through the 4th. And I guess we round trip. Search. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to add it back online. Share screen, flight results. There we go. Why is it not showing on my screen? Am I off, or is this not showing on my? Can y'all see it? I don't see it. Why is this not showing on my screen? Share this tab instead. What's up with this live? Is everything off or something? Okay, so let's do it again. Add the stage. Share this tab instead. All right, there we go. All right, so let me go back. These are the destinations that it flies to. They do got Vegas on here. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. So if you fly out of Lansing, the only places you can fly to is Florida. So in order to get to Vegas, you can only fly from Vegas to Richmond, Provo, Richmond, Norfolk, Tampa, and Albany. I get it now. So you can't actually fly, because like, for example, if I book a flight, and let's go to Lansing, Michigan, the only places that you can fly to from Lansing, Michigan is to Fort Myers or Orlando or Tampa, Florida. But if I fly from Vegas, then the only places I can fly to is Akron, Bentonville, South Carolina, Fort Myers, Grand Junction. So it gives you a list of places that you can actually fly to. All right, Lansing to Tampa. The dates is blacked out over there. So the earliest you can fly is October 1st through the 4th. Return flight. That can't be real. No way. This can't be real. Is this real? That's not real. That can't be real. No way. Three-hour flight. Oh, is this extra? The flexible calendar or something? Is this right? This can't be right. Nice, nicer, and nicest. I'm guessing that you get, let me see. Nice is 1 carry-on, 2 times breeze points. I can get it for $49. So the nice is $35. Cancel or change anytime. As going, coming back, I can do $35. $168 round trip. I almost feel like I need to cut this out of the live stream because I don't want to promote nobody and they ain't sent no bag. Continue with nice. In order to select your seat, next flight, continue the bags.
Continue with random seats. So basically, your flight is going to be less than $100 round trip? No way. No freaking way, bro. No wonder the plane was full. No wonder Spirit is going out of business. Now, no, listen, don't y'all book no goddamn Breeze flight because Anton is not getting paid for this and I don't like what's going on. That's why it don't cost no money. Well, we all know why Spirit is going out of business and we all know why Frontier is going out of business. No, this is round trip. This is round trip. This is $35 one way, $35 the other way. It's $35 one way and it's $35 the other way. Total $168. That's assuming that you don't add no bags or that you don't add no bags. You don't do no seat selection, none of that stuff. It's $84 total, $168 round trip. I guess that's with fees and taxes and all of this stuff. Shit. That's crazy. I might have to test it. I don't know. DJ Ace. I don't know how they can maintain this type of pricing for a round trip. I don't know how they can pay for this, how they can maintain this type of pricing. They say, Anton, you overpaid for first class. Let me see how much I pay for first class. Delta. I don't know how much my ticket costs. I don't even book my own tickets. I usually send that to the people, my assistants, and then that's what we do. I ain't letting y'all see my login information. Let me see my trips, trip details. Do I get a receipt or something like that? Where's the receipts? View receipt. Oh, I got a flight today, so that'll be a good comparison. Vegas, August 12th, purchase date. I'm about to book me a Breeze trip. That's what I'm going with. Breeze. I ain't gonna keep on promoting this. I can't do it. I'm about to get me a Breeze trip. I'm about to go get me a Breeze trip. I can't be paying $3,000 for two people. Going to get me a Breeze trip. Well, at least I know where the people are going to be fighting. I know where the people. Let's get back to the story. Can't be giving them no free advertisement like this. What the hell is going on?
For disturbance now. They said they had him restrained. He broke out, and there's passengers holding him down there.
The airline had to call in a new flight crew to finish the flight. So tonight, almost 8 hours after their scheduled arrival, these weary travelers finally arrived in L.A.
Jory, why am I here after 7:45? I'm going to tell you why. This Tony Hawk wannabe from Outer Banks, North Carolina, with his skateboard, had too many Bloody Marys this morning.
That passenger was heard using racist slurs and refusing to cooperate.
He's using racial slurs. He's in people's faces.
Hey, somebody, one of the moderators at cars, somebody tell Breeze, somebody contact Breeze, please. Tell them to get in touch with me. I need a check and I need something to do a review video so I can see what the hell is going on here.
F-bombs and N-bombs and just stuff, all saying a lot of stuff.
I didn't expect like racism to be like, I didn't think it would be so open about it, just like to be yelling stuff on the plane like that with kids around. I was like, wow, that's low-key very, very crazy.
When a flight attendant asked for help, this man, fellow passengers called the linebacker in 17C, stepped in to help.
Hell no. Dog, if you don't stop picking me
This
up.
man, fellow passengers called the linebacker in 17C, stepped in to help.
And he just like got up and just sat him down in the seat like a little kid.
Thank God for linebacker 17C because he really saved the day.
My son was on there, and there was other kids on there, and so I just had to, sit him down.
Sometimes heroes can be camera shy too.
Once I heard the flight attendant say, "Can somebody help me?" it was like I just saw black almost, and I just grabbed him and set him down.
The man was taken off the plane by police to both cheers and boos. And now these passengers have quite a Hollywood tale to tell.
That was crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. Like, you never really think that would happen to you until it happens. It's like a movie thing,
That's Detroit right there. Is that Detroit? That looked like the Detroit airport.
I didn't expect that to happen. Like, you never really think that would happen to you until it happens. It's like a movie thing, Like, wow. Wow.
That's the Detroit airport right there.
So not exactly a happy ending, but an ending in
maybe
LA.
not.
They will take that, albeit much delayed. So the linebacker in 17C, it turns out he wasn't a linebacker. He played high school at Jordan High in Watts. He was a defensive end and a tight end, a mountain of a man who came up big for these passengers today.
Yo, put me down, man, and don't grab me by my armpits again. Don't grab me by my armpits again, bro. You better put me down, and you bet not grab me by my armpits. I don't care how many Bloody Marys that I have. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel with turning your notifications. Look at Delta. What's wrong with me? I think something is up, bro. Look at Delta. Delta right there. Hey, what you doing? Don't try to be with nobody else. What you doing? Delta sent me a message right there to hit me with a notification right after I started talking about stuff that I ain't supposed to talk about. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. You said we got a biting. I'm with it. Put me down. Anton is insane, says Carrie Jr. You said you're going on FMLA. Facts. I'm out. Don't touch me or I'm going to take a vacation. Free Thought. The Free Thought Network with Keon Bell says he got a secret deodorant on his fingertips. Bo Winkle says they have new planes and is an upgrade to Spirit. So that's the Breeze is the new Spirit, y'all? All right. Spacer said, put me down, dog. What are you, a poodle? Facts. J Ben says, must be Diddy Airways. IG models is going up. Yep. If you fly somebody in, make sure you fly them on Breeze. Well, not. Marty McFly says, guy that picked up will never enjoy box again. J Ben says, we too rich for Queef Airways. Don't do it. That's a Jet 2 holiday, ain't it? Well, we got to give it a chance. Listen, y'all can't just automatically assume that just because the air carrier is cheap, that it's not a quality air carrier. Y'all can't just automatically assume that the air carrier, just because it's cheap, that it's not quality. That is not fair. Shout out to A. Wyatt, says the plate for the Deacon. Shout out to A. Wyatt. I appreciate you and holding me down. Y'all can't assume it's not quality. Y'all ain't never been on it. I'm about to get me a sponsorship from Breeze. Watch this. Watch me play this into a sponsorship. Let's see what else we got. ICE is targeting LA during Gavin Newsom's address. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Let me switch this. Give me a second. Hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get into it. Heard that ICE agents was over there in LA.
A group of heavily armed Border Patrol agents descending on the streets of Little Tokyo in the heart of Los Angeles Thursday, an operation taking place just outside a political event with prominent Democrats, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, where they announced that California would fast-track redistricting to ensure more Democrats are elected to Congress in the midterms, which they said was in response to what Texas is trying to do with Republican members of Congress.
Donald Trump, you have poked the bear, and we will punch back. We have got to meet fire with fire.
The location and timing of the raid not going unnoticed.
And right outside, at this exact moment, are dozens and dozens of ICE agents. You think it's coincidental?
Agents apprehending at least one person before moving on.
The reason for our presence here in Los Angeles is to make, first off, Los Angeles a safer community.
Last month, a federal judge temporarily barring DHS from arresting undocumented people solely on the basis of factors like race in 7 counties, including Los Angeles. The Trump administration now asking the Supreme Court to lift those restrictions. Democrats condemning the administration's tactics as intimidation.
There was no reason in the world for them to come here. Nothing to do with safety. In fact, this is the exact opposite of keeping our city safe. We do not need them here, and they had no business to come here and provoke this.
We have learned also of a death in a separate ICE operation, also here in Los Angeles County. A man city officials said was fleeing ICE agents raiding a Home Depot, reportedly fled the store on foot onto a highway, was hit by a vehicle and killed. Now, the Department of Homeland Security is weighing in. They're saying the victim was not being pursued by DHS law enforcement at the time, and they say they're not even aware that this incident happened until operations.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been running across a freeway. What are you doing? Listen. If you get caught running across a freeway because you're trying to flee ICE agents, that sounds like a personal problem to me. That sounds like a mess around and find out problem to me. You shouldn't be running across freeways trying to get away from that's my personal opinion. You shouldn't be walking across freeways trying to get away from ICE agents. You don't realize how fast those cars are going until you actually get close to the freeway or something like that. I stopped on a service drive or at a house that was close to a service drive, and I look, you can see the cars. Man, them cars be flying, bro. They come out of nowhere. They were flying. And I also was driving, where was I going? The other day. Oh, I was heading down to into the city to do my live stream, and I seen a dude. He was extra sassy. He was up on a little crosswalk, and they had the fence up there, and he was doing some extra sassy dances. I think he was about to undress. I thought it was probably be a news report about him at some point, but I never went to check. He was so sassy. He was up on a crosswalk and he was dancing for all of the cars. Be careful. But this is what was happening, and these are the actual footage of the ICE agents that was going.
Hey, what's going on here? Hey, now we're here making Los Angeles a safer place since we don't have politicians. We do that ourselves.
Enjoy. Hello. Damn, what's happening?
What is it about?
What is it about? What's happening? Y'all trying to get him out of here?
You see the white people? Now, I broke this down for y'all yesterday while we was doing the Millionaire Morning Show inside of the studio. White people have no fear when it comes to protesting. And white people want to be, how do we say this? White people want to be grabbed up. They want to be. I see why the Freedom Riders were so successful, right? The mixed bus, the bus with the white people. There were hundreds of thousands of white people that actually died fighting for the freedom of slaves. A lot of people don't realize that. That part of the history books is not cited. There were hundreds of thousands of white people that actually died fighting for and defending Black people that were being emancipated from racism and slavery. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to have that conversation. But now these new white apologists, they different because they're not actually doing it for a worthy cause. They are very much listen, we're gonna read up on our freedoms, and if I'm 1 foot on the sidewalk, then you can't touch me. Touch me, I dare you. Touch me, I'll sue. And so this is a new group of freedom riders, right? These are the ones that's gonna follow you. They're gonna record everything. We're gonna upload it, and we're gonna keep speaking out on it. And I can't believe it. Listen, we're gonna use our voices to make sure, because black women, you sit down. It's our turn. Black people, you take time out. We got this one. We got this, guys.
Y'all trying to get him out of here?
Good white folk. Mexican flag. Look at the white people. They always got book bags. What's in those book bags? Extra water. Just so they don't get parched. Gotta quench your thirst. White people are, see, look, I was out there for the George Floyd protests. All right. I went out and I recorded it. I got the drone out. I said, I gotta see what's happening out here in these streets. Huh? I said, I gotta see what's happening out here in these streets. And so I went out there for the George Floyd protests. Then the difference between white people and black people, it was stark. I'm gonna explain it to you shortly. I'll text you. The difference between white people and black people are stark, right? Honestly. And even when it comes to protesting and stuff like that, they do things differently. Honestly, they do things differently. You want me to give you an example? Okay, so this is some of the things that they do differently. Black people, when they protest, they go out there, they get their shorts on. You know, they make sure that they put all of their earrings on. They get dressed up like they going to the club, you know, like they about to go to a latest event. That's how black people get dressed. They don't really take precautions for the weather, all of that. White people, when they protest, even for a black cause, Black Lives Matters, Black Lives Matters. They're prepared for anything. All right. They always have a book bag on them. This is the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. So that black people, when you go to protest, you can understand how white people do it. You can learn something. They go out there, they have their book bags. Do you know what's in that book bag? Extra water. They have an extra charger for their battery. They charged it up overnight because they were very vigilant and they wanted to make sure that they had a checklist, checking it twice, right? They have umbrellas just in case they have inclement weather. Umbrellas just in case they have inclement weather. All right. They have parch stations, rest stops. Okay. They've already planned the route. They know where the rest stop is just in case they get dehydrated. They write their signs out and they draw them up specifically and it folds perfectly. They are already on it. They are prepared for the long haul. They have their sunglasses. They get out there in shorts, comfortable shoes, preferably Skechers with good support, good arch support. And they out there like it's a marathon. They prepare it like it's a marathon. Black people, we just show up. Where y'all at? Y'all about to hit the spot. Okay. You get your makeup on. You're going to look fresh because you think the camera going to be on you. And then you just get out there and you just think that you're going to be able to make an impact. White people, you need them. Sunscreen, correct. They park in the designated areas so that they can make a run back to the suburbs right from the city when y'all start to burn down the AutoZone and the Wendy's. And then they get out there and they do their thing. They're prepared. They got bail. Already talked to their father. Dad, if anything happens to me, I'll be at the 7th precinct. Okay? Know your rights. And they do things differently than black people when it comes to their protesting. And here's the kicker. This is why y'all so ignorant, and this is why you dumb. This is the kicker, and this is why you dumb. They also signed up to get paid for their protests. You just out there. You just out there looking stupid, dehydrated. Sugar is off. They're getting paid. They signed up and they're getting paid for their protests. They're not stupid. You didn't even know that you can get paid to protest. That's the only reason they're out there. They're getting paid for their protest. Yep, you out there marching for your rights, and they actually getting a check so that you can burn up your neighborhood. And that's the difference between white people and black people. And they did a comparison and contrasting. Should I sign up with this pack, or should I sign up with the George Soros pack? Which one pays better? And that's why they're so passionate out there. That's why they're so passionate, is because they went out there, they got paid. That's why their signs are so professional. Hey, who made your sign? Who made your sign? They out there marching. They're vigilant. And your ignorant butt is out there being liberal because you want to be a part of the crew. Most black people, let me tell you something about black people. Conservative black people get a bad rap because they think that we've become conservative because for some reason that we're trying to be a part of the in crowd. And I will admit there are some that are unable to be able to look at it issue by issue, and they're just going to go hook, line, and sinker with whatever the Republican Party is, because that's just the way that it is, right? But most black people that are conservative are thinkers. Most people that are conservative, they think their way through the issues, and that's why it's much easier for us to be able to stand on policy versus standing on some ideology, some woke talking point, right? Here's the thing about black people and white people when it comes to being liberal. Black people that become liberal often at times, or black people that are liberal, because usually they if they can they'll get out of it. Usually what happens is they want to be down. That's why you see so many gay black people. It's a trend. Have you ever wondered why they all look the same? Septum ring, hair pink, big back. Why majority of the men that then get out there and protest that they're either older, a little bit more sassier than usual. It's a playbook. So black people, a lot of times that infiltrate white liberal spaces, they are looking for companionship. They are looking for camaraderie. They are looking for, often at times, those are the outcasts in our community because they're not hood enough, they're not thug enough. And so if they get involved, engaged black people in a liberal space are often at times chasing behind liberal white people because that's where they feel like they'll get some level of community. They're looking to belong. They're looking to belong. They're the weird. That's why they're so weird. That's why they're so weird. You don't talk to a black person. I did the test multiple different times. You don't talk to, if you ask a black person, hey, listen, do you believe in this? Do you believe in men and women's sports? Men and women's sports is a white thing. Y'all not listening to me. Y'all are not listening to me. Men and women's sports. You look, you haven't seen black men participating in women's sports. It's usually swimming, volleyball, Olympic skating, all of this stuff. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all, because I want y'all to really understand what's going on. This is what you see: swimming, Olympic skating. Black men are not infiltrating women's sports. It's a white thing. So then when you talk to black people that are liberal and you ask them questions and you say, hey, listen, do you support men in women's sports? No. Do you support men using women's bathrooms? No. So what the fuck you liberal for then? Then they got to go to the playbook. Because I don't like Trump fascism. Bitch, you a conservative. What is you doing? I don't like Trump fascism. So what happens is black people attach themselves to issues that are created by liberal white women. Then poof, the magic dragon. Feminism. Oh. Poof, the magic dragon. LGBTQ community rights. Ah. This is how, because black people worship white people. Oh, you didn't think I was going to say the uncomfortable truth? Because black people pedestalize white people. And it's not even white men. That's why they always comparing themselves. If we were to compare ourselves to try to figure out how we want to get together and become more successful as a community, especially when you know that you don't have the numbers, then you would compare yourself against the ones that are actually winning. If you go to the census data and you say, well, who are the households and who as a group and as a community are actually being the most successful? Well, you can go and point to Indians, or you can go and point to the Asian community. And, you can say, well, people from Mongolia here, right, that are even smaller as a group are having higher success rates when it comes to their socioeconomic status and their household income. Well, why aren't we comparing ourselves to that? No, we're going to compare ourselves to the guy that makes $48,000 a year and you make $40,000 a year. And then you're going to say, man, but it's not against stuff. That bitch he's poor too. He poor as hell. He poor. But we've been programmed to think that good white big back woman, that somehow, some way, she just freakier than all of the other black chicks that you'd have never been with. So when I go outside and I go to different cities, and I was in Miami, and then I came from Vegas, and I was in Los Angeles, and then I was down in Miami again in Florida, and I went over to New York, and I went to Washington, D.C. And I always am with girls, and I say, listen, am I off on this? Look at that. And it's a black guy with no mustache. Hey, guys. And he's cool, and I don't have any problem with him because he's a law-abiding citizen, but he keep him a big back, a white big back liberal woman, and they are walking up through the airport, and she should have bought 2 seats instead of 1, but he loved her big back draws. Love her draws. Love that stretched draw that she has on. And they love the women that white men don't want. They love them a big back Becky that white men are not interested in. That's not all of them. That's not all the time. But about 99, 80, well, no, maybe like 89, 90% of the time, they keep them some Bologna. We call it baloney where we from. They keep them some Bologna. They keep that lack of melanin big back. Wow. And they're usually liberal. But they kids be pretty and they kids be beautiful. They kids had a good hair. And they walk up and he be looking like this. And she be looking like this. And then they look like this together. They look like this together. Oh, man. Mommy. And you walk over there and he just charcoal. He's straight up a booty scratcher. Looking like leather. Looking just like leather. And she walk over there like this. And they be like this together. Mommy. That's the truth. Don't get no realer than that. It don't get no realer than that. Now, when you walk outside and you see it, you're gonna see it. Go to a festival. Go to some college event, right? It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. They're gonna have the acid wash jeans, all of the people that's trying to find themselves. Listen, really what college was an identity crisis on steroids. People trying to figure out where they fit in. Oh yeah, I'm really drinking. They didn't even like alcohol. For most of those people, alcohol never tasted good, but they wanted to get plastered. We gotta get plastered. We're gonna get bent. We're doing stogies later. Because my dad sent a couple of stogies, but before we do that, we're gonna go Jaeger bombing. We're gonna go Jägermeister. You doing Jägermeister? Jägermeister. No, you can't just be a good conservative. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm you know what? I don't really do that. I'm just chilling slow motion. I'm about to go home. You got to do all of the things to make yourself fit in. Got to do all of the things to make yourself fit in. Next thing you know, you got no mustache. Looking weird. Now you the weirdo. No mustache having, big back caressing, trying to get you to marry one of their cousins that got two white baby daddies that don't take care of their kids. Because they did it first, you just did it better. That's all you see in the black community. If you listen, let me go off for a minute. When you look at the black community, let me tell you what you're looking at. When you look at the black community, you're looking at failure in white America on steroids with black people. Let me just kick it for y'all for a minute. When you look in the black community, you're looking at the failures, not the successes, the failures in white America exemplified in black communities. Don't believe me? Let me give you an example. White women started leaving their households first. White women also decided that they wanted to put their white men on child support. The white women rebelled first. Then we took it and we said, look at them white women over there rebelling against their men. You know we should be a part of that because anything white people do, we got to get into that. White men were the first passport bros. White men were the first passport bros. They was over there tricking off on chicks that they wasn't supposed to be with in the first place, buddy. Y'all late to the game. Y'all just now getting hip. And then when y'all do it, y'all got to go all the way out. We want all of the HIV, all of the chlamydia, all of that. All of it. All of your goddamn sororities, all of your goddamn fraternities, all they are is fake offshoots of the Greek fraternities that was created by white people, and you wanted a version of it. So everything that y'all do, you don't come up with any ideas on your own. What you do is you remix what they do, and then you put a little bit of steroids in it, and you say, you know what? Me versus you. Every idea that I see in the black community is a remix of the worst shit that we've seen in white America. All of it. Don't have a fucking original idea for their own to save their life. And what they and they don't even pick the good parts. Because see, it's good to duplicate the good and then make it your own. They gotta duplicate the bad parts. You know what? Now let me tell you how everything is going left. Let me tell you how everything is going left. Now, white people, the undesirables, the undesirables, the white people that are the outcasts are now saying, well, you know what? We're going to copy off of the black community and we're going to go over into the Ozarks of Arkansas and we're going to get our trailers and we're going to separate ourselves because if black people can do it, then white people are going to do it. Degenerates. And now black people is like, no, fuck you. We're going to one up that. We want diversity, equity, and inclusion. There's no way you guys should be able to go into the Ozarks of Arkansas by yourself. We're sick of it. You ever been to a sundown town? No, nigga. Why would I ever go to a town that nobody wants to go to? You boy, sundown towns is real. Nigga, you ever been to the red zone on 7 Mile in Detroit? Nigga, I'm just trying to get back and forth to the recreation center. Nigga, I ain't worried about no sundown town. I got to get right through Mound. Nigga, you ever been to Mound? You better ever been to East Jefferson on the other side? The fuck you think of what you talking about a sundown? Who catches a flight to the sundown town? What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I just got to Cedar Point the other day. I just started going to Cedar Point after I graduated high school. You ain't never got to worry about me identifying some weird sundown town. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? You ever seen how poor those towns are? There's nothing there. Nothing but fields, corn everywhere. Corn. Dirt road, corn, trailer, corn. Ain't nothing out there. I want to visit you niggas. All of this incest that y'all got in there. Everybody's ass crooked because they've been fucking on their cousins. What the fuck I want to go to a sundown town for? The newest car is a 1978 raised Ford F-250. But we always want to concern ourselves with shit. Nigga, your neighbor just robbed you and you worried about some shit that you ain't never even visited. You ever been to a sundown town? Man, I just seen Billy Bob over there. He can't even hold his drool in his mouth. Fucking on their cousins and shit in there. Mama is getting dick from her son, and she got pregnant again. What you doing? What are you talking about? No, but we're concerned about it. Nigga, mind your business and get your life together. Mind your business and get your stuff together. You ain't got to worry about what everybody else is doing when you got too much going on in your own plate. You ain't got to worry about what nobody else is doing when you got so much to do on your own plate. Ain't got a pot to piss in or a dumpster to put it in, but you just going to be concerned. You so concerned about what everybody else has got going on. Nigga, learn how to vote. You know what a millage is? Here, let me show you what this paper says. Millage. Oh, I thought that said millionage. No, nigga, it's millage. We're going to teach you the basics. We're going to show you how to read, write, arithmetic, math. We're going to get you a GED. Before you start concerning yourself with civil issues outside of your jurisdiction, we're going to teach you how to read first. Sundown town. Nigga, your credit bad. Fuck you talking about? Anyways. I think I'm about to get on a flight. I think I'm about to go to the airport. You know what? I might do a impromptu show tomorrow, depending on what time I wake up, because I got the rest of these issues I actually want to cover. So I might do an impromptu show tomorrow. Saturday show, mini Saturday show, 1 hour Saturday show. I'd be so concerned. Talk about it, MAGA Tamara. Talk about it. You know what? I'm gonna call the issues out on all sides, because I just think that we just culturally we need to adjust. We need to make some changes. But we so concerned about some shit that ain't nobody else talking about, and so we gonna have to figure it out. We got to figure it out. JG says somebody pissed AD off. No, they didn't. This is just me regular. This is just me regular. Nobody pissed me off. Nobody pissed me off. I'm not angry, guys. I'm just chilling. I'm slow motion. Nobody pissed me off. I'm good. When is Stock Club? Probably Sunday. Sunday, I don't know. So I don't fly back here until next week. Then I got to fly back here in order to buy some land. So, yeah, I'm just normal. I'm chilling. This is me calling out the bullshit as usual. Regular old Anton, just getting it in. Somebody, KG says, you really believe this, or you just trying to get views and subscribers? Y'all want to see Rita? Let me show y'all Rita. Yeah, I'm still live. That's Rita. A rare Rita sighting. A rare Rita sighting. There she is, guys. Let's see. Do I really believe this, or am I trying to get views and subscribers? Well, I told somebody the other day, I said, across all of my channels, I'm doing more than 70 million views. So just for the sake of conversation, just for shits and giggles, right? Here, let me help you. Let me show you how much I need this in order to get views. All right. That is my current Anton Daniels channel. The other day I had just passed 800,000, like 2 or 3 days ago. We had 815 now. Last 28 days, we've done 106,000 new subscribers, 64.8 million views, 2.7 million watch hours. And that don't have nothing to do with the Millionaire Morning Show, the Darth Anton channel, or After Hours. So if you're asking me if I'm doing it for likes and views, then I'm going to let you draw your own conclusion. If you're asking me if I'm doing it for likes and views, I'm going to let you draw your own conclusion. Listen, the numbers don't lie, and I have no problem with showing the receipts. The numbers don't lie, and I have no problem showing the receipts. That is the last 28 days. 30 days, we usually crack the 70 million mark on that channel alone. So I don't have to cap or cape or try to pretend or try to have a conversation or try to get views. I'm the golden child right now. I am the golden child right now. I am about to go and pack my bags. I'm about to go and get on this first class fucking flight. I am about to go to Chase Bank and take out $150,000 so that I can have a good time in Vegas. And I'm going to look for a show while at the same time still working, and I got After Hours tonight. That is my life. I don't have to get shows and views. I am rich as fuck. I am out of control balling. I'm on some shit that you ain't never seen before. I'm going to stop at one of the properties that I'm building in order to make sure that the contractors are doing what they're supposed to do. I'm going to give some specific instructions to my employees, and then I'm going to go and have a good time in Vegas. Would you like to know anything else about my phenomenal life? Would you? No? Okay. All right. It's different. It's different for me. Okay. Okay. Okay, Pumpkin. All right. So let me read some of these super chats. I'm gonna get y'all up out of here, and I gotta go and get up out of here. Carrington Love Jr. says that's my uncle on them Airline. Character Love Jr. says, Anton, you just did a deep dive review of that company, but you got to cut that shit out the live stream. The deep review of that company. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to cut it out. Mario Angel says Home Depot, aka Home Depot. Facts. I asked him, man, are blacks required to only vote Democrat? And he said yes, and the Republicans are in cults and racists. Oh, there's some problems on both sides, but we're going to get there. I'm going to fix this whole community. Charles in charge says it's common nonsense. This common sense gives me dopamine. God bless you, Anton. Let's talk game with Lyric the Gamer says you're not wrong, AD. The red dress run in New Orleans used to be a Caucasian thing before black people got involved, and they made it extra sassy. Moses King says AD Trump and Putin is live right now. Yeah, I can't cover it. That's why I'm gonna go live tomorrow. We gonna recap it on the live tomorrow. John Quill Flowers says, goodness gracious, you speak the truth. Why would a black person ever want to be a copycat Greek? That's what I said. LT says white folks were drive-bys back in the Al Capone days. David Simpson Jr. says, chat, practice Anton, practice. We talking about practice. 20 months later, Anton. Let's go to the chats before moving on. Showcase Classics and Showcase Classics know how I do it. Shout out to Showcase Classics. You know what I play with. All facts, Anton. Good afternoon, and to the chat and to you, Anton. Spacer says at least one derailment per episode is inevitable. That wasn't a derailment. That was just a monologue. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all be good to each other. I will be doing after hours with my friends Molly and Mika and Slimmy and Q Diddy and Carrie and Kimmy. We all gonna be having this. We jumping back on tonight on after hours. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.